Yo, what is up guys, Ghost here, welcome back to another video. So yesterday we got some pretty exciting news. The Season 6 trailer is going to be revealed to us on the 2nd of October on Monday. So in this video I want to go over just what we're going to see next week, how the drip feed of information that we normally get is going to play out, and of course when we're actually going to see the season release. And then I want to look at some new possibilities that the Season 6 map may actually be somewhat related to Operation Locker or maybe even Operation Metro, with it most likely being an underground secret base. Then there was a fake trailer doing the rounds the other day that boasted things for Battlefield 2042 such as a Season 7 and 8, 2 more specialists, and a Portal 2.0. I'm almost entirely certain that this trailer was faked, but I just wanted to mention this in case anybody out there saw it and they think that it's real. We've also got some more Easter eggs to go over, and DICE have brought out a new anti-cheat system for the game, so we're going to get stuck into all of that stuff. But first of all, if you guys do enjoy the content here on the channel, hit up that subscribe button. We are going to be covering everything in Season 6. The map, the vehicles, the weapons. I'm going to be trying to put out as many guides and helpful information for you guys as I can, as usual. Also follow me over on X or Twitter and join the Discord. And I've also been streaming over on Twitch pretty regularly over the past few weeks, so if you guys want to join me there for a few games, then the link to that is in the description below. As always guys, thanks for the support. Alright, so let's kick things off with the Season 6 release here. So yesterday DICE posted a little short video over on Twitter. They also uploaded a premiered video that's of course not released yet over on YouTube, and it has this little 20-second segment here. It doesn't really show us anything new in the new map. It just confirms that it is indeed an underground facility, pretty much shows us that corridor with blood on the floor that we saw in a previous trailer clip. The most important thing it says is that the trailer is coming on October the 2nd, which is of course on Monday. Now, if we follow the general cadence of things, what we can then expect later next week is the full patch notes to drop on Thursday or maybe Friday. That is generally what DICE have been doing. They've been dropping the patch notes before the weekend, before the patch is actually going to release, so that we have some time to digest everything. And of course, in those patch notes, I'm expecting to see not just obviously the new stuff like the new weapons and vehicles and all of that, but maybe even more importantly, some of these smaller changes to the game that I've mentioned in some previous videos, like the changes to the engineer class and some of the changes to the ground vehicles. Now, outside of the trailer dropping on Monday and the patch notes on the Thursday or the Friday, there is also a chance we could see something in the middle of the week, maybe like an Inside Battlefield podcast, for example, and I will, of course, keep you guys posted on all of that stuff. And then going on into next week, I can only assume that Season 6 is going to be dropping on October 10th, as we always thought. That probably means that on the Monday, we are going to see some capture event footage from content creators who got invited to some sort of a closed event. That's usually how they do things these days. As always, I will be not watching any of that footage because I want to have my own thoughts and opinions crystal clear when this arrives on Tuesday. I'll probably be streaming it or something like that, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. Now, something else interesting came up a couple of days ago. Somebody tweeted out at me, and I think they tweeted Danny on PC as well, and a few other people, and it was a link to a trailer on YouTube, and this was supposedly a leaked trailer for Battlefield 2042 confirming some pretty outrageous things. So they confirmed that there was going to be a Season 7 and a Season 8 with 2 new specialists. There was going to be a Portal 2.0, whatever that means, and it also seemed to confirm the existence of an Operation Metro map coming for Battlefield 2042. Now, some of you may have seen that trailer. It has since been taken down, I don't think by DICE, I think by the person who uploaded it to their channel. I'm not sure if they are the creator or if they grabbed it from somewhere else, but some of you guys may have seen that trailer. I fully believe that that is 100% fake. I'm not going to show you guys the trailer here on the channel, just on the off chance that it actually is a legit trailer. If I kind of leak that here on the channel, there's a chance that DICE or EA could take down my channel, and if it is indeed fake, I don't want to go promoting it around, but just wanted to mention that if any of you guys have seen it, it almost definitely is fake. The wording of things in the video just seems kind of off for EA and DICE, honestly. There's also a lot of old trailer footage reused and rehashed, which I don't think is something that DICE would do either. So if you were getting hyped for any of that stuff, just know that's probably a load of bollocks. Okay, moving on here, we've got a couple of Easter eggs, and one of them actually could point to the Season 6 map being at least inspired by Operation Locker. So first of all, let's go over what I think is the final piece of the puzzle here in the Easter egg that I've been covering over the last few days. So we had the Easter egg on Reclaimed, where you got the player card, and then there was an Easter egg on Hourglass, where you got another player card, and then finally we had that Easter egg on Orbital, with the 4 switches that you had to flip sequentially and almost simultaneously, and for that you unlocked a weapon skin and a weapon charm. However, the Easter egg community have now discovered 1/4 part of the puzzle here, and what you have to do is 5 challenges within the game. So let me just start by saying, if you haven't done the previous 3 parts of the Easter egg, the 4th part of the Easter egg is not going to work for you, and this is, I think, a hidden challenge, so you can't track this in-game. But this is what you have to do. You need 30 close-up kills by Dozer when defending, you need to destroy 10 vehicles with shoulder-launched missiles with Boris, you need to resurrect 10 teammates in 1 life with Falk, and then you need 30 spot assists and 8 marksman rifle kills with Casper. Now these all don't have to be done in the same round or anything as far as I know, and it can be done within Portal, it can be done against bots, so it's not that difficult of a grind, but just know that you do need to do the other 3 steps before accomplishing this one. I will leave you guys a link down below to the Battlefield Easter egg community Twitter account where they have full guides on all of this. Of course, I've also put up in some of my recent videos guides on it too if you want to see a video guide. As for the reward, it's probably the worst Easter egg reward I've ever seen. It's just the Phantom Revenant title and a little skull icon that sort of goes on your player card. So it really is nothing to write home about, but if you're a completionist and you like to do these kind of things, just know that these Easter eggs are generally time gated, so you better get a move on. Now moving on here, DICE really seem to have been going all in on the sort of drip feed of information of Season 6 here, because they sent some content creators who are in the EA Creator Network, I believe, an ID badge of a missing in action NOPAT and also a letter which is signed by Pike, of course, one of the specialists in Battlefield 2042. And basically from this letter, it seems that Pike has infiltrated this Boreas lab. She's found the missing soldiers and specialists that have been stolen from their squads and families. She's uncovered the big conspiracy, and it says here that she has leaked pieces of the site schematic over the last several weeks. So the site schematic she's referring to here is no other than this map that we have been slowly piecing together over the past few weeks. Now, it doesn't really look like much, I know, but if you go and look at what these arrows are pointing to, what most people think these are the objectives. So this seems to be the map. She does say it's the site schematic. This seems to be the underground base here, and this is a very linear looking map, and it may remind you of something. And actually Flakfire, I saw, pointed this out just this morning or last night, I think it was, and he says, just saying how uncannily similar the flag layout is to Operation Locker. Now, I don't think this is necessarily going to be Operation Locker, like a one-to-one remake, but I think it is going to be inspired by Operation Locker. After all, we definitely have been missing these kind of maps in Battlefield 2042. I've been saying it for the longest time. Every single map has every vehicle on there. They're all so big and open. What happened to some of those smaller scale Battlefield maps where you would just be fighting in one singular facility or a singular building, and that was the entire map? So this could be exactly that. On the other hand, we do know that they are introducing a new vehicle with Season 6. So that sort of has me scratching my head about what vehicle this is going to be. You know, what kind of a vehicle are we going to be able to use inside an underground facility? Of course, there is a chance that it could be something that is to use on the other maps, and the new vehicle isn't really for use on the Season 6 map. That would certainly be kind of an odd design decision, I think, but that could be the case. But honestly, this has me both excited and disappointed. I'm excited for an underground, more infantry-focused, smaller, perhaps, scale map, but on the flip side, I was kind of getting my hopes up that we were going to see an awesome vehicle like an attack jet, and now after seeing that this is going to be probably a smaller scale inside map, well, I just don't see how an attack jet really fits into that. I swear to God, if the new vehicle is like an EOD 2 bot, or it's like the RAW, what was that thing called from Battlefield 4 that you could remote control and move around, that is going to be the biggest disappointment ever to me. But you know, I'm still keeping my fingers crossed. Now finally here today, EA have implemented a new anti-cheat system for Battlefield 2042. So previously, I think they were using something like Easy Anti-Cheat, and now they have a new anti-cheat called EA Anti-Cheat. And they say, as part of our ongoing efforts to create a safe and fair experience for all players, we are transitioning Battlefield 2042 over to EA Anticheat with the launch of Season 6 in October. When we transition over to EA Anticheat, you won't notice anything different when logging in and playing, but this transition will enable our teams to be better equipped to find and remove players that don't play fair. Now, I'm not going to go and read this whole thing here, it is a pretty lengthy article, but I will link it down below if you're interested in that. But the general gist of this is that this anti-cheat system works at a deeper level within your computer system. So it works at the kernel level, and it's therefore able to combat cheats that would otherwise be able to circumvent other anti-cheat systems, like for example, easy anti-cheat. That being said, this does surprise me a little bit because I, for one, have never really encountered many cheaters in Battlefield 2042 anyway. Don't get me wrong, they definitely pop up from time to time, but there's very few. I would say I've seen less than 5 legit cheaters. I know a lot of people like to make accusations, but yeah, there really doesn't seem to be many, which is a great thing about the game. Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 1, on the other hand, seem to be completely unpoliced, really, and I know that those games are absolutely crawling with cheaters, especially Battlefield 5. I haven't really hopped on to play either of them, but that's just the word on the street, that's what I hear from people, and surprisingly here, it seems that EA Anti-Cheat is only going to be implemented for Battlefield 2042, and actually not for the old titles such as Battlefield 5. Perhaps they're just rolling this out to 2042 as a testing phase first, and then it's going to go to the other titles. But if they have no plans to do this, I really honestly think that they should. By all means, guys, leave me your thoughts down below. What do you think about the Season 6 map? Do you think we are going to get something akin to Operation Locker? How do you think this is going to affect the vehicle that we get in Season 6? Thank you guys for watching today. Special shout out to all of my members here on YouTube and the subscribers over on Twitch. Thank you guys so much for your additional support. And don't forget, guys, I am streaming over on Twitch, so if you want to hop by, say hi, watch some gameplay, jump in a game with me, my party's usually open. Feel free to go and leave a follow over there. Cheers, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.